Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bragaton. Let's head to Ancientries and Wonders and investigate the literal scene of the crime. Ancientries and Wonders shop. Ancientries and Wonders is a reputable old shop whose name speaks for itself. The inside resembles a private collection for the antiquities displayed in the showcases, and on the shelves are so rare that only the queen herself could possibly afford to pay the full price for them. And we made it without incident.
Hello?
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Some scrolls have been torn apart, and some have been trodden on by muddy boots.
Free at last. I thought I'd be flattened like a pancake under that rubble. Much obliged. Damn, I'm not in any pain, but my head is still foggy for some reason. What's with all the hubbub in the city? The name's Finian. I'm a Pathfinder. If there's anything I can do to help, I will.
You're a Pathfinder.
That's right, Finian Dismar, Pathfinder and Crusader. I roam around the world wound wherever my tasks lead me. Scouting mostly, but this last while I've just been hanging around in Canabras, waiting until I'm needed again. I'm bored out of my mind, but at least this shop makes for better lodging than some inn.
What I meant was, what are you?
What's that supposed to mean? I just told you. You want to know where I hail from, is that it? Well, I'm from around here, actually. We Helots of the Star Eye clan fled when the World Wound troubles began. But I couldn't stand by while the demons wreaked havoc, so I came back. Or did you mean to ask about my weapon of choice? Well, my best weapon is every weapon. I'm a skilled and capable fellow, if I do say so myself. I can swing a sword and poke with a spear, but what I am best at is communing with the spirits. They call folks like me Phantom Blades.
A Phantom Blade? What's that?
It's like a spiritualist, but with a twist. It means that some spirit took a liking to me at some point, and it can turn into whatever weapon I need. Handy, eh? I don't need any whetstones or enchantments. Doesn't take up space either. Although, to be fair, it's not a barrel of laughs. The spirits that bestow this kind of power don't come from happy places, and they're not exactly bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. They usually appear after great battles that leave few survivors.
The city's under attack by the demons.
Wait, what? The last thing I saw was some thieves breaking in here. And then the guards came, everyone was running around. After that, it's a bit of a blur. Right when things got intense, they dropped the cabinet on me. I couldn't even help the owner. I was just lying under the shelves like a dimwit until you came along. If there are demons in Canabras, we must do something about it. The city needs every blade it can get. Hey, do you mind taking me with you? I don't think I can handle this alone. And besides, the more the merrier.
Every blade or hammer it can get. How did you end up in this shop?
I've been waiting here so long I don't even remember anymore. Just sitting and waiting for any word from the Pathfinders, but it looks like everyone has forgotten about me. The shop owner is an old friend of the Pathfinders, so I've taken up residence here.
Alright, I'll take you with me.
I swear you won't regret it. I can do all sorts of things. Is there anything your party is missing? A sword, a spear, a bow? Just say the word.
Alright, so we have Finian now. It can turn into any weapon. So over here, he's not identified. But we can see what he has over here. So he's Cold Iron, Ghost Touch, and a +1 enhancement. Ghost Touch does full damage to incorporeal creatures. So typically like a ghost, you'd only do 50% physical damage to them. But with Ghost Touch, it's full damage. Oh, we can also talk to him. Hail to the adventurers. You know, I've never regretted following you. Everyone seems to revolve around you, like beavers in a mill wheel. I have a lot to write in my report to the Pathfinder Society. Although thinking about it, it's been a while since I last sent them any reports. I want to talk about you. Sure, go ahead. I haven't really done anything noteworthy yet. Do you realize that you're a weapon? What kind of question is that? I mean, sure. The clerics keep going on about every crusader being a weapon of Iomedae. I don't speak of myself in fancy words like that. I'm just a lad with 2 arms, 2 legs, and more freckles than I'd like. I choose where to go and whom to fight for. I don't want to be someone's weapon, you hear? Aridin is dead. Everybody decides their own fate. How did you become a Pathfinder? I've always wanted to be one, ever since I was a kid. I remember I'd go out to the edge of the village at sunset, and then just keep walking until I got tired or someone dragged me back by my ear. It was like something was drawing me away from home. My clan wasn't the nomadic kind. Before the wound opened, the idea of traveling anywhere would never have crossed the minds of many in the clan. They were content with their community or their patch of land. I had always wanted to see what lay beyond that bend in the road, over that familiar hill, beyond the horizon. My father, he wanted to teach me to be a shaman like him, but as soon as I came of age, I was off looking for the Pathfinder Society, and I found it, in Eyes, after 3 weeks of travel on foot. I passed their trials and they accepted me. My father hasn't spoken to me since, but that's alright. Once he hears of my great deeds, he'll come around, someday. All I wanted was to rush off to some faraway land and find a treasure trove no one else had discovered yet. But I knew I had a duty to Sarkoris. When the wound opened, the demons, the havoc. In the end, I never went anywhere. But as soon as things calmed down, I'm setting off to explore Aslant. I've already decided. Great ancient ruins, that's my kind of life. Being surrounded by the wreckage here is depressing, as I'm sure you know. Do you remember anything from before you ended up in Canabras? There's uncertainty in Finian's voice. I mean, a lot of things happened. Remember how happy everyone was when the wardstone was placed in Canabras? That was some celebration. Finian is silent for a few moments. And I remember when the cultists took me, cut down my whole party and dragged me to their ringleader. Don't know his name. Everyone just called him the Bladesmith. But after that, my memory is all fuzzy. For some reason, he didn't sacrifice me or anything, just knocked me around. He said he'd been looking for a phantom blade for a long time. I don't remember why. How I escaped, what I did. Can't remember that either. Some crusader picked me up in the wound, brought to Canabras, and that's where I stayed, licking my wounds. Maybe there was a mix-up, and now they think I'm dead. Why else would none of them contact me this whole time? The wardstone, you say? What you're describing happened decades ago. That's rich. Next you're gonna tell me I've been sleeping for decades. Last year that was. Well, maybe the year before last. I couldn't have been wandering the wound that long. I would have been either dead or an old geezer by now. Nah, quit messing with me. Finian, you need to understand. You're not human anymore. Finian's voice sounds concerned. Hey, are you feeling alright? Maybe you need to have a lie down. I'm standing right in front of you. Hook me if you like. As human as they come. Or do you think my travels have worn me down so much I've become an animal? Not happening. My folks taught me to stay human, always, no matter the circumstances. Remember who I am, and never to shame my ancestors. Are you still able to commune with spirits? Maybe I can, although they don't want to answer me. I'm still a spiritualist, a phantom blade. My power is within me, but I have this feeling like I'm separated from the spirit world by some kind of transparent wall. I keep knocking, but no one can hear me. I think. Finian forces a chuckle. Guess all the Bladesmith's torture did a number on me. He broke something inside. I want to talk about something else. I go for it. Tell me about the Pathfinder Society. Oh. Well, sometimes folks curse our names, calling us opportunists who just want to line our pockets. But that's only part of it. We're travelers, explorers, solvers of mysteries, and fighters of evil. I mean, good coin hasn't hurt anybody yet. But for folks like me, it's not what matters most. We're curious to see the world, play a part in everything, stick our nose everywhere. Getting into our circle isn't easy. First, you must prove that you can endure any place you're sent to, that you won't shy away or flee. That's why you'll never catch a long line of applicants outside any society lodge. Every lodge has a venture captain, and if they approve your application, you're in. And there are many lodges all over the world, but the main one, the Grand Lodge, is located far away, in Absalom. I've never been there myself, but I've heard a lot of stories about it, and one about the Decemvirate that governs all Pathfinder affairs from there. And I'm not going to take option 3. That is all for now. I should get going. If you feel like chatting, I'm always here. So he starts off as a +1, but much like Radiance, as the game progresses, he'll get upgrades if you do his quests. The polished oak shelves once showcased magic rings and amulets. Now all that's left are the grubby handprints of the robbers.
No, what is that?
I'm gone.
The same description as the other side. Unique weapons and antique armor were previously displayed on these stands. It's unlikely their new owners even know their true value.
We do it my way.
Oh, Woljev. This is where it lay. The Moon of the Abyss. And we got a Pipe Fox. Summons a Pipe Fox pet. Pipe Fox provides a +3 insight bonus on Knowledge Arcana and a +2 insight bonus on Perception skill checks.
Who, me?
The formerly well-appointed shop now looks a sorry state. It has been completely ransacked. Lying in the corner next to a scorched wall are the soot-covered shards of a clay golem's head. The golem's eyes glow in the gloom. Master. Code word. A hand of Aurori. Code word, correct. The golem's eyes glow brighter. Awaiting orders. Where did you come from? Who created you? This golem was created by Gaffreen and Son. Address 3rd building on the right, Jewelers Alley, Nerosian, Mendev. Model G-504-ENE, which stands for Experimental and Enhanced. For all inquiries, contact Mr. Gaffreen. Tell me about any suspicious people who came into the shop in the last week. The golem is silent for a moment. 56 individuals entered the shop. Human female, old. No male, old. Human female. He'll be reeling off customers till nightfall. We need to ask it in a different way. Were any of the suspicious people tieflings? The golem is silent for a while. Tieflings, 3. Tiefling male, middle-aged. Tiefling male, young. Tiefling female, young. Describe the young male tiefling. Tiefling male, medium height. Short horns curling backward. Medium length tail. Eye color yellow. Hair color black. Special observations, annoyed master. Horns, hair, tail. That sounds like me. But it's not possible. I know what the security's like here. I didn't come near the place. I give you my word, Chief. No special observations. Subject was unremarkable. There, see? Can't have been me. Describe the middle-aged male tiefling. Tiefling male, medium height, long horns, medium length tail. Eye color pale blue. Skin color dark. Special observations, red hair. Oh, that's our traitor. I bet your life on it. Prisme drilled it into our heads that we wasn't to go hanging about the shop. Red hair. We've got a couple of gingers. And plenty more who get it out of a bottle. So much for a special observation. Golems ain't all they're cracked up to be, eh? Maybe its master knows more. Describe the female tiefling. Tiefling female. Above average height. Hair long pale. Tail not observed. Long horns. Eye color blue. Special observations, scar on nose. Baldric with gold stitching. I don't know that one. A new arrival most likely. Gold stitching, eh? Wouldn't mind getting to know her a little better. Enough. The golem is silent, waiting for an order. Where is your master? Philomen Fruliatros, my master, is in his hiding place. Revealing the location of the hiding place is prohibited. 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 He likely holed himself up in the basement when the commotion started. The entrance should be around here somewhere. Where's the basement in this place? The basement is below me. I guard the basement. Leaving my post is prohibited. I found out everything I wanted to know. Quick save.
I will help where I
Open your
can.
heart to me.
+9 to athletics. Do it this way. Did the wrong thing there. I just saw a green potion and thought it was a potion of enlarged person, but it was reduced person. Let's put guidance on my main character instead. We'll take off his armor so we don't have that penalty to our athletics check. So I don't want to fail this.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Oh, Lan still did it. Maybe I didn't have my whole party selected.
It's time to act!
Well, either way, it worked out. To the basement.
This is my kind of work.
Philemon Friliatros. The elderly gnome, so portly as to be nearly spherical, is caught up in the corner of the basement shaking. Marauders, bandits, scavengers. Yeah, makes sense. For all of those things, and much, much more. Before you report us to the authorities, mind if we have a chat? Now please calm down. No one's going to rob you. The gnome peers at you. You do look better dressed than the local thieves and ragamuffins. Came here to tell me that the nightmare is over. No, it's not. You're here to steal my riches. Get back. The gnome notices Woljif, and his rounded face turns scarlet. You, Woljif, the dirty little sneak thief. You've been sniffing around my shop for years. Finally worked up the courage to rob me, did you? Get out of here. You and your pals have taken everything already, I'm sure. The gnome seems to settle slightly. My name's Philemon Friliatros. I was the owner of this shop, but I'm not sure I can claim to be the owner of anything now. I hope there's at least something left of it. Oh, come off it. Your shop's fine. It's a bit ransacked, maybe, but nothing a bit of spit and polish can't fix. Where were you the night of the robbery? You think I robbed my own shop? I was here in the basement. I was told to make it look like I'd left. The Watch is very keen to get their hands on those thieflings. They seem to be multiplying all over Galarian. So of course, I did everything they said. I've been stuck in this basement since then. The golem wouldn't move away from the door, no matter how much I yelled at it. But then I thought it was all to the good. What? But then I thought that it was all to the good. Somebody came by after the guards had caused a ruckus upstairs, bellowing like mad, taking advantage of my absence. Am I misreading this, or does it not make sense? But then I thought that it was all to the good. That it was all good? Tell me about the tieflings that have visited Ancientries and Wonders recently. Why should I tell you anything about my customers? You're not from the City Guard or the Eagle Watch. Chief, he keeps digging his heels in. Just say the word. I know how to loosen his tongue. Alright, Woljif. You try to persuade him. I don't think either one of these is in line with my character. As a paladin. Also, I don't know how the hippogriff fit through that basement door. Persuade him how? I ain't even gonna try. I'm just gonna let him have a little chat. Woljif erupts in blue flame, and the shadow of a winged demon with claws grows behind him, with the devourer demon from the depths of the abyss. Philemon recoils in terror, covering his head with his hands. I'll tell you everything. Yes, I really did kick that pup. I didn't know it'd go flying halfway across the yard. The blue flame and the shadow vanish. Pup? What pup? Tieflings. Tell us about the tieflings. Tell me about Woljif. Philemon's face wrinkles in distaste. Woljif Jefta, right? Yes. I've known him a long time. I'd rather not know him at all. He's been skulking around my shop for years, treating the place like a free museum. He always wanted to look at the moon of the abyss. I'd chase him out, but he'd just slink back in again. If he was with the gang that robbed my shop, I'll bet anything he swiped the moon. How come I'm this prime suspect? Whoever betrayed us all, that's the one who's got the moon. I want to see it return too, you get me? I don't like the idea of other people's grubby mitts on it. Tell me about the red-haired tiefling. Philemon falls to thinking. A red-haired tiefling. I suppose, yes. There was one who came in. Spent a long time looking around. He's a person of modest means. I could tell by his clothes. He asked me to show him an Asamar-made chainmail. He certainly couldn't afford it. That's when I suspected that something was off. I checked everything after he left, but nothing was missing, and that put my mind at ease. I can't remember what he looked like. I didn't get a good look at his face. All I remember is that he was wrapped in a green cloak like he was freezing, but that's all I have. That's it. With that description, we'll surely sniff him out. Come on, Chief. Back to Sister Charisma we go. Have a good, long, shifty, and all my brothers, and put all these clues together. Something tells me our traitor isn't going to wriggle out of this one. Tell me about the tiefling woman. A Philemon scratches his chin. A tiefling woman. Ah yes, I remember now. A noble lady, unlike the tiefling ruffians we have around here. She purchased magical equipment for the crusade. She promised to come again. If only all tieflings were like that, I'd be laughing all the way to the bank. I found out everything I wanted to know. If that isn't enough to help you catch the thieves, I don't know what else to tell you. Now be on your way. Leave me in peace with my wreck of a shop.
Follow if you dare.
Alright, back to the Thiefling's hideout. Charisma drums her fingers nervously on the handle of her blade. Well, you gonna tell me who the traitor is? The name and the moon of the abyss that they stole. I don't need anything else. Take a good look at the suspects. The tieflings are tense and ready to reach for their weapons. The only redheads are Melrune and Daffy. The dark-skinned tieflings are Varnir, Daffy, and Melrune. Daffy, Melrune, and Tabby have straight horns, but Tabby is female. Only Varnir and Melrune have green cloaks. So we know that they had a green cloak, red hair, and long horns. So, Melrune has red hair. Dark skin, doesn't mention the horns here. But Melrune also has a green cloak, so that is our suspect. I'm ready to give a name. Well, go on, tell her. Take a good look at the suspects again. Already read that. The traitor is Melrune. It's actually pronounced Melround, but I think Melrune sounds a little better. You'll pay for this. Avodio and Hepsamira will get you in the end. Grab him. Take him away for questioning. Charisma looks wary, but her earlier tension is clearly lifted. He confessed. Someone connected to the cult of Baphomet ordered him to steal the moon of the abyss. The best idea he could come up with was to drag us into it. He got the scroll to take out the golem. He betrayed us to Irbeth so that he could swipe the amulet into chaos. He thought we'd get nicked, and then he'd slink off to meet up with his customer. You've got the moon of the abyss. Let me look at it one more time. My whole life I've dreamt of holding it in my hands, if only for a second. He said when he got to the window display, the moon was gone. He's lying, of course. He had time to hand the moon off to the person who ordered it. Bloody cultists. I really don't give a toss. I'm just glad we got to the bottom of this. What are you going to do now? Clear out of this place. The sooner the better. The city's dying. I don't want to die with it. The city would have already died, if not for the people who stood up to defend it with weapons in their hands. So, defend it. I'm not stopping you. It's your city. But we've always been outsiders here. Why would we fight for you now? Can I join the family? Charisma bursts out laughing. That's all you want. You can have your pick of the non-tiefling gangs. You've no need to tread on our territory. The family is for tieflings only. No exceptions. But what are you going to do to the traitor? Crisme nonchalantly picks at her nails with her knife tip. He'll be sent to visit his distant relatives on their farm, to think about what he did. Any more questions? I have to go. Good decision. I don't plan to hang around long either. Crisme turns to leave. Sister. Woljif nervously bites his lip. His cheeks are flushed and his tail is swishing through the air. You forgot something. What now? You should be happy to be alive. An apology. You promised to apologize to me, loudly, in front of everyone. We're alone now, but I still want to hear it. Well? Ah, that. Crisme shrugs indifferently. So, sorry I suppose, for being wrong about you, this time. Don't think that just because you didn't act like a jerk this one time, that it cancels out the rest of your record. I know all about you. Till next time, Woljif. That was the most pathetic apology I've ever heard. Crisme's eyes harden, then she sighs. Alright, fine. I'm sorry, Woljif. Let's part on good terms. We'll push it. Now apologize to me as well. When you falsely accuse my ally, you accuse me too. Don't push it. Crisme turns to leave, but she hesitates and adds, good luck to the both of you. Woljif watches her go, his tail relaxing. Better than nothing. Listen, Chief, when you've got a spare minute, come see me. I've got something I want to discuss with you. But for now, let's get out of here. I don't like sitting below ground when the building above is ready to crash down on our heads. Alright, so now we can safely enter this door. Though there is less in here than there was before.
I'm off!
You think Crisme would forget to lock a vault with a pile of money in it? You should be so lucky. You're going to clear the cobwebs out of them pockets of yours. You're going to have to try a bit harder.
What do we have here?
Pretty good.
I do what I must.
Alright, so we found a perception check here. There's a hidden door. Let me try something.
I'll watch your back.
I'm gone.
Well?
Always be ready for the worst. I'm curious.
That didn't work. We'll have to come back here later. But there's nothing in there at this point. All you'll find is a note. But if you break in there when all the thieflings are still in the hideout, I think there's 1,500 gold you can find. Oh, I leveled up Sunshine. My bad. The level 2 doesn't get anything. Mobility and perception. In fact, with that level up, we can probably go back. And at level 3, it gets a feat and evasion. A character can avoid even magical, unusual attacks with great agility. If a character makes a successful reflex saving throw against an attack that normally deals half damage on a successful save, he instead takes no damage. The helpless character does not gain the benefit of evasion. And I guess weapon focus bite. So weapon focus, choose one type of weapon. You can also choose unarmed strike, or if you're a spellcaster, melee or ranged touch attack, as your weapon for the purposes of this feat. A benefit, you get a +1 bonus on all attack rolls you make using the selected weapon. Special, you can gain this feat multiple times. Its effects do not stack. Each time you take the feat, it applies to a new type of weapon. So I'm gonna do something a little irresponsible and head back to the thiefling's hideout. It's a waste of time since we are on a pretty tight time limit. We just boosted our animal companion's perception. I think we get to try again. Quick save. Ah, we still failed. I should have used guidance. Not that it would have mattered.
We do it my way.
Alright, we'll go back to the Defender's Heart, and then we'll wrap up the episode. Next time we'll speak to Woljev. It is post-quest summary. And then we'll head towards the Market Square.
Follow if you dare. I'm off.
Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Next time we'll speak to Woljev and go from there. But for now, thanks for watching. I'm going to see you guys in the next one.